If you are looking for a fun DIY for April Fools, you have found the right place. Make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll show you some fun ideas on how to make these fake spills here on Jenn's Creativity Corner. You're going to start off with this Easy Cast Clear Casting Epoxy. It's epoxy resin, there's probably different brands, but it's a 2-part chemical that you can buy. I'll link down to supplies in the description below. And you want to follow all the directions as closely as possible. One big thing is just making sure that you get equal parts of the resin and then the hardener. So I'm using a scale. I wrapped it with plastic wrap in case anything got sticky, and that's what I'm doing. And then just making sure that they look like they're about the same amount. You could probably use actual measuring cups dedicated for the purpose. But you're going to go ahead and pour one into the other, and I'm mixing with a little popsicle stick, a little craft stick, and you are just going to mix it very well. There's actually a 2-step process. The instructions are very particular, and just make sure to follow them. I sped this up, but you don't want to mix that quickly. You want to make sure that you don't get a whole bunch of bubbles in the resin. Some of them will naturally float away and become smoother, but you still don't want to aggravate it that much. Once you've got it mixed for a couple minutes, go ahead and pour it into a brand new clean cup. You can scrape that out with the old one, but then with your new cup you are going to also want a new stick, and this is just a very particular part of the process to make sure that it is thoroughly, completely mixed in properly. Then to add coloring, I am using a special resin dye. You can't just use paint or food coloring or anything like that. It does have to be specific to resin to set up properly, and again I'll link down to where you can find some of that in the description box. I make sure to stir it up so you don't get any sort of streaks, and make sure it's color that I want. So I got these cans of Tiki Punch, drank them, clean them out, make sure they were dry. And then parchment paper, I use it in baking and it's also perfect for what we need here. And then you're just going to take it and make a bit of a puddle to start off with. And you are going to want to make sure that just a little bit of the can is actually touching that, so it all becomes kind of one object once that resin has cured. I am pouring a little bit over the edge because I want it to look like it's dripping out, make it look as naturally like a spill as possible. So you can make your spill obviously as large or as small as you would like. I'm not making it too huge. Here I am making a second can. I will do a quick little plug about Patreon. Again, in the description below there's information about that, how you can support this channel, and I will actually be hosting patron only giveaways. So you might have a chance to win one of these cans if you would like to sign up and support me. Now before I go ahead and show you, these are going to cure. I'm going to show you some fun other options. These little paint brushes, for example, I did these years ago and they're a fun way that you can do them, or spilled coffee cups. Here is a blood one. I just used this glass vial from buying a vanilla bean at the grocery store and I knew it had to be repurposed. So fun for a phlebotomist or Halloween. And I did actually paint the bottom just to make it more opaque and darker because the dye wasn't quite doing what I wanted with that. You can do it with nail polish bottles too. But this is another trusty friend that I have had for years and always works on people multiple times. It's got that little drip so it looks even more natural. Just a little Diet Pepsi, have it out on my counter. And I also added a little sign here, the gotcha. So sorry about the lighting in this. I'm still working with my camera. We're not always friends, but 72 hours later, you might be able to get away with less time, but I wanted to give it every possible chance. It's all nice and set up. It is hard, but still a little flexible. And if you remember, we just barely had the resin touching the can, but it really does, because of the capillary action of being a fluid, it really spreads up there. So it can tend to pull away a little bit from the spill that you want. So just be aware of that. You might want to make the spill area a little bigger because it will kind of suck that up there. These are super fun as a permanent fixture, a good conversation piece around your house, not just for April Fools. If you had something that you were able to do as a fake spill, what would you do? Go ahead and set it on some important paperwork for whoever you want to prank and see them freak out and just enjoy a good laugh at their expense. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, there's that subscribe button down below if you want to watch more fun content on this channel. Thank you so much for joining me here on Jenn's Creativity Corner, and I hope you have a great day.